Theater of the Mind Flip.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theater of the Mind Flip.
Hey, welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer, the podcast that'll make your lips smack and your booty clap. I'm Jacob. Can you do the ass clap now as well? You can pucker your asshole.
You bet I can, baby. You bet I can.
You didn't see it, but he raised his ass up to the mic, and that you heard was his sphincter puckering.
Well, it was also the claps, but my cheeks are so soft they don't make a noise when they connect. Right. But the action does make my asshole pucker.
Caleb, I think you're ready for American Idol.
How are they that soft? Are they like that
I'm
hairy?
moisturized.
Or
no, I moisturize.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people moisturize the outside.
Not moisturize your ass.
In the crack. You gotta get in
Well,
the
then wouldn't it
crack.
sound like...
You guys are coming down to my level. I'm Jacob Machin. That's Caleb Dowdall. Hello. How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Sipping on your tea there.
Sipping on my tea. Caffeine's bad.
How do you feel about buying tea from Starbucks? Like how much?
Like
how
Marley
much,
or?
Well, how much was that cup of hot water with a tea bag in it?
So yeah, this I think cost me like all in all like $3.80.
Did they at least offer you 2 tea bags?
Huh?
They
did give me 2 tea bags.
Oh, okay.
To be fair,
there you go. Bargain.
Drop of
Bargain.
milk, 2 sugars.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh, so you're getting your money's worth in
I'm getting my
condiments.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
I don't usually drink sugar, but I'm so cheap. I'm like, if I'm paying for it, give it to me.
We're here with the usual suspects. We've had a bit of time off, but we're back. We've got Danielle Butlin.
Hello.
We've got Daelyn Lester-Serafini.
Hey.
We've got Luke Sykes.
Hi, I am bored of sweating. Bored of it.
Were you at one stage like enthralled by it?
Yeah. Did you see sweat coming from your pores and you're like, oh my fucking, we like Attenborough looking at it like, oh my God.
And here we can see the left one going a little faster than the
We're here with Hercules Maze as well.
Hi.
How do you feel about sweating?
Love it and I hate it.
Oh, good.
How can you love sweating? What is good about it? You're just uncomfortable.
Endorphins.
Yeah, you never been to a sauna?
Just from sweating, though?
Like me sweating right now doesn't make me happy.
I agree.
You're getting rid of
You
all those
sweating right now does not
toxins.
make
Where
me
does
happy.
the endorphins come from just sweating?
I mean, it depends on what you're doing to get sweat. If it's just hot.
Herc be talking about fucking.
What? No, I'd be talking about exercise. Get that cardio.
If you're doing it right, it's both, all right?
Speaking of fucking, you guys fucking leveled up last session. So we're going to go around and roll hit points, starting with Agenar. Agenar, I need you to roll your D8 and add 3 to it. Remember, we re-roll 1s. Thank you to Matt Mercer's rules for rolling HP.
Hey, that is an 8.
8!
You lucky.
Add 11 to your max hit points. Swinging around the table to Safirith.
8.
You fucking shitting me.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Safirith. Oh, we're going to go alphabetically, but Safirith, so that's 8 plus 3 as well.
Damn.
Shit, man. Buy us. D10 for me.
3.
A 3 plus a 3. 6, not bad.
Nah.
Yeah. And
Don't feel
Etterath.
pity for me.
A 9.
A 9 plus 4, I believe,
Yeah.
from memory. Oh, shit, some high
13.
rolls. That is our hit point roll. Well done, guys. Does anyone have any thoughts or want to give any juicy goss as to what they're going to do with their level up? I know some people out there like to hear about character levels up. Has anyone got any fun things? I know, Safirith, what fun thing do you get at level 5?
Nothing.
You get nothing as a warlock with your particular patron.
Level
I get
6.
to
It's okay.
stab
We'll get there.
twice.
You get to stab twice.
I get to stab.
I'm just
I get to
edging.
stab so many. I get to stab like twice as much as I could before.
Yeah, that's a 100% increase in stab. I want to talk about a theft that happened. If
Oh,
Daelyn
God,
is
it hurt.
okay to talk about this.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. Oh, my little baby bike.
You come here every night on it. Not every night. You come here every podcast night.
I come here every night and I sit in your front lawn.
Yeah, like, who the fuck is that? You come here on your beautiful electric bike.
I know.
From all the way from the other side of the water. What happened? Like,
It was it was just so because I was going down to work because it's just like, you know, you're in your routine. You're like, all right, okay, go down, like go into our underground bike room. And because I came out of the elevator, I didn't really notice any of the
damage.
the damage, but I was like, it smells like kind of burnt metal. That's really weird. And like, Opened the door, went in, and my bike wasn't there. And my brain was like, did I leave it at work? I left it somewhere. And then I saw my U-lock, my 2 U-locks cut on the ground, and saw the giant hole in the wall behind the cages. And so like panicked, ran outside.
That's a heist. That's not a robbery.
Full,
That's
no.
It was still in motion.
Full heist.
Was anything else stolen?
Yes.
Yeah, he tried to steal an electric scooter, apparently.
Apparently the building manager ran him down.
Yeah,
Tried to run
building
him down.
manager caught him, was like yelling, and he like ran off with my bike, but apparently it was only like 5-10 minutes off from like actually bumping into him.
To the man himself. Yeah.
So yeah, they're looking for it. I don't think they'll find it, alas, but
That's so...
thank the good Lord for tenants insurance.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Because really, I don't think there's anything else I could have done.
Luke, I heard you found a new electric bike.
Got it pretty cheap. It was good.
Still had a broken U-lock hanging
Such
off.
a great deal.
Yeah, got a free half a U-lock. It was great. 2 halves make a whole.
Let's warm up. Let's play a little game called Oscar-winning noises. I stole this from where I always steal it from, Freedom. Them Freedom boys, the Pretzel Gang. They were chatting this week, and they were talking about Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman, which he won the Best Actor Oscar for, and his famous "ooh-ah" line. And now when anyone does a Pacino accent, and indeed in some of his movies subsequently, he's added noises like that, like "ooh-ah," that sort of thing. So I wanted to go around and give you guys, Caleb and I will give you guys some sort of Oscar-winning character or movie, and we want you to come up with a character noise for each of these characters.
I'm already dreading this.
I'm so excited.
Let's see how many movies we know.
No, these are made
No,
up
we gotta
movies.
make it up. Make it up.
Movies
Make
even
a
better.
noise.
Love that.
This is like that drama game in your first ever drama class as like a kid, and they're like, you're going to make a noise as the warm up, and you all have to make a noise and like a movement. You have to be like, Eep! And everyone goes around and copies it.
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
just the fucking worst. Anyway, I'm
Wait,
here for this
How
game.
old were you when you, what? I didn't go to drama school. What's this?
No, like at high school.
Oh, okay.
I've definitely
When you
done
do that
games
for, like-
similar to that.
You know, in lawyers, oh no, you're a marine biologist. Wrong thing.
That's why I'm a turtle.
Yeah, that's why all your characters are water themed.
Yeah.
I realize that.
Well, you also create water-themed campaigns.
Well, don't spoil anything because so far we're on land, but we will get to water.
I mean, I'm
eventually.
also a pirate, so I kind of expected that to happen
Yeah.
eventually.
And what's your favorite letter?
Oh, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
There's 2 acceptable answers.
Which joke you gonna go for?
My only love be the sea.
Hey.
There we go. That'll do. So, Caleb, I want you to come up with a place.
Oh, and the moon.
The moon. Okay. The moon. Herc.
Yes.
The movie you're in, you're an astronaut who is on the moon. Their moon lander has kaput, shit itself, and a mysterious alien traveler has come to help you out with your repairs. Give us a noise. Oscar-winning noise. You're sitting there. You're so pissed off that this fucking moon rover won't work, and you hear these footsteps. These, and you get this. Yes, that's right.
Nice.
Tim Allen in.
That's why I was laughing, because I'm like, I know exactly what noise I need to do.
Excellent. Moving around the table to Luke, and we'll decide who wins the Oscar for this. Luke, moving around to you. Caleb, give me another location.
A dance studio.
A dance studio. Here we go. You are a dance student. You've fallen for the dance teacher, but the dance teacher's wife is also in the class. Now, you are currently on the bar next to the mirror. I'm working real hard here. And you are
Been in a
lifting
dance
your leg
studio.
out parallel to your body. The wife is just behind you, and the dance teacher comes up to you and just places a hand under your creamy hamstring and helps you lift.
Creamy hamstring.
Can I get that? Can I get that noise, please? So he
I
comes
have
up.
a question for clarification.
Mm-hmm.
Does the noise have to come from my mouth?
Oh, are you?
Damn it!
Did I steal it? Was that yours? Sorry, I didn't pull the roll guy from underneath you. There you go.
That's Caleb's Oscar entry. As he steps over to you, Swan Lake playing, the wife behind you staring daggers into the back of your head. He reaches under, lifts your leg. Okay, there we
Did that
go.
come from my mouth or not?
It's a very loose asshole.
Like a dying battery-operated fan. When you forgot to
a
charge your
fan. Sure.
vibrator.
There we
You're like,
go.
shit.
That's more on brand.
That's when you just get like a PlayStation controller or something and put... Anyway. Moving around to Daelyn Lester-Serafini. Can I get... just keep reeling out the locations for me.
A D&D session in someone's house.
Okay. You are at a D&D session at someone's house. You're filming a podcast. And there've been inappropriate noises made around the table. And the person running this game turns to you and says, "Can you give me an inappropriate noise?" And you say...
Bird.
This is great for an audio only format. Just all these horrible noises.
It works. We have Daelyn's Oscar entry, and moving around to Danielle. One more location, please, Caleb.
Let's go with what is the name of that of a practice that deals with like foot health? What are they called?
Podiatrist?
Yeah, let's go with a podiatrist.
Okay, you are a podiatrist, right?
Uh-huh.
And a patient comes in, and they're quite catatonic, quite kind of blank-faced, and they sit down on the chair. And they put their feet in the stirrup. How do podiatrists work? They put their feet in the
I
stirrup.
don't think they use their... That's a different office.
Oh, okay.
That's the
They put away the...
gynecologist, yeah.
What's the opening thing called? Anyway, they put their foot up and they take their shoe off and they just look at you and they say, "I don't know what to do about this." And they pull their sock off. And when they pull their sock off, the sole of their feet has eyes and a mouth. And it goes...
Smells like balked.
Okay.
Didn't like that one. Dan.
Any of you...
Didn't like that one.
Any of you sympathetic vomiters? Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Ah, that's good. That's good.
It came from the heart or the gut.
Winning entries. Caleb, here's the envelope. Don't say La La Land. And the Oscar goes to...
The Oscar goes to...
The nominees were...
Every single time Caleb takes off his headphones quickly.
Sorry, Caleb.
It's gotta be the classic. I'm giving it to Herc.
There we go. Congratulations, Herc. You get nothing.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Mm-hmm. Speech, please.
I've held a real Oscar before. This one is much lighter.
The grouch
Thank you.
doesn't count.
I've held an actual Oscar.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Because one of my teachers, their friend won an Oscar and they took it from them because I think they had a bet.
Won it in a game of cards.
Yeah, I don't know, something. But he showed up one day being like, "Oh, yeah, I have an Oscar. It's not mine, but I have it." Then we're like,
You still technically say you have an Oscar, yeah.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
We're
I
just
mean,
like,
are you
what do
then
mean?
still
You just never
technically
have to
an Oscar
specify.
winner
Yeah.
because you
Thing
didn't.
is, I don't know if he won it or if it was
Yeah.
like a gift or what it was.
His friend just has too many Oscars. And then just
Do you
crowding
need a
up,
paperweight? Here's a paperweight.
crowding up the powder
I don't know.
room.
He was implying it was some big actor, and we were trying to guess who, and he would not tell us.
All you need to do is look on the Oscar.
No, it
Do they
did-
not? They
it-
don't?
No. Fun fact about the Oscars: there's an after party, and that's where
You
you
get
get the
them
plaque
etched.
put on. So they didn't go to the after
So if you don't
party.
go, you don't get.
So
your
it
name
was
on
it was a
Makes the
blank
resale
Oscar.
value better.
I wonder if Will Smith went to that after party.
Kelly did, and then after the party, it's the hotel lobby.
Well, speaking of award-winning performances, let's play some D&D.
Wait, what? We're winning an award?
Leader of the Mind Flip.
In our last session, Vasily thunderclapped away, leaving you with Pierup. You found yourselves alone with this being, not quite sure who or what he is. But you brought him to the surface. It was made very apparent that he hadn't seen the outside world in quite a long time. You saw that he had quite a visceral reaction to the eye in the sky. Still not really knowing who he is or what he is. His memory seems to be fogged, but seems to be slowly opening up a little bit. Chief Humduck, Grania, and the reinforcements came up and you told them basically what had happened down in the cave. While distraught to hear this, Chief Humduck understood that it's not right to be leaving a being down in a cave to be bled, even though it means that now the whole of Bocht is pretty much fucked. No bailmen to lead them through the way once the bailmen that are already around, I suppose, die.
Yeah, that's the other bailman, right?
That's a little ominous.
Enough show the last bailman.
So Chief Humduck tasked you guys with basically relaying this information to Mayor Adkis in Beal, after which Etterath sang a song he had written to honor Bucky's tattoos, which he finished by stating that he is the last bailman, because no more bailmen can be made.
No more purple plants.
No more purple plants. No more Princess Purple Rain. So that's fun. The next morning is where we're going to take off. You guys have packed up, you're rested up, and you're on the outskirts of Lahias. Seeing you off is Chief Humduck and Grania standing there next to him.
With Pierre?
You guys have Pierre with you as well. They gave him like one of the purple Lahian's purple robes, so he's now not waving his schlong around.
God, he was naked.
Nobody asked how big, by the way.
Nobody needed to.
Let me,
Potentially a god.
So yeah, that brings us to now. Chief Humduck says,
Well, you best be on your way. Are you taking the stranger with you? Or are you leaving him here?
Yes, I think we should take him with us.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to try and reunite a god with his body, then I guess we'll need the body.
Speaking of his body, thank you for covering him up. I appreciate it.
I know it was kind of distracting.
It was really distracting.
And I don't even like those. So.
Yeah, right. The magnitude of the thing. I started to throw like pebbles and it has its own gravitational pull almost.
So do his testicles float?
Yeah, they orbit. They orbit the shaft and then he gets testicular torsion and has to get undone.
Ooh.
Testicular torsion's nothing to laugh about.
It's a bad time.
Sorry, Granny, I didn't realize you were...
Dad, I hate it when you talk about testicular torsion.
But if I'm sorry, I got to express these things. It almost meant you weren't born.
Bias is off in the corner.
Checking himself. Thumb and forefinger.
Genuinely, Bias will be a little bit away. It'll have the horn that he broke off of the elk that was flopping around. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're welcome.
Just continue on. I'll be here trying to get my head in the game.
And with this horn in his hand, he's kind of doing a sort of last rites with it, where he's breaking off the edge, sanding it down. He's kind of like getting it ready to somehow put it onto his the base of his hammer. But as he's muttering to himself, he ends up casting a spell, which is Find Steed. And from this horn, a miniature elk, spirit elk, appears, comes out of this horn, and it's the elk that was like a smaller version from the one that had been attacking the city. And he casts a new spell, Find Steed.
this is your new leveled up.
Yeah. It's now a level, new spell I got.
How far away are you?
Not too far, just on the edge of the village.
Okay.
The steed appears. It's not as giant as the giant elk, obviously, but it's a decent size, one that you could ride if you wanted to. And it kind of appears in front of you and nudges under your kind of arm a little bit for scritches.
Unusual. Okay, hello, friend. And he just like reaches out and just runs his hand along the couple of the horns, like hitting his claws on it to see if a noise is made at all as he taps the horn with his claws. I don't actually know if it does. It says spirit.
Yeah.
Corporeal.
Okay.
Right, yeah. So you tap your claws at it and you hear the, of like nail on kind of like a wooden kind of structure.
Excellent. And I can communicate it with it telepathically. So I'll just, in my head, just not knowing I can say, I say things out loud, and at the same time, obviously you're thinking it, but I sort of get back this warmth from the elk in itself. So
what do you say to it telepathically?
Just like, I hope you're not a gift from my god, but if you are, then fuck. I don't know what he's planning. But don't worry, I won't blame you unless you kick me. Then I'll kick you back.
You look up and you see Grania kind of looking at you with a strange face, and she telepathically says to you, "Were you trying to talk to me or Papa in our minds again?" You had that look on your face that most people have when they're talking telepathically.
Yeah. I'm still trying to learn that trick that you still haven't taught me. Are you going to teach me this?
We haven't had time. We had to fight things.
She looks around and kind of gestures to still what is like
Little
a
boy with
destroyed
makeshift
village.
crutches.
I look at the elk, kind of like, oh, maybe you should scamper till we get out of the village and like just give him a little shoo.
Yeah, you kind of shoo your deer-like steed and it kind of cloppers. It clops out kind of into the pasture.
And I look up, I just start muttering. You really are fucking throwing me through a loop, aren't you? Stop giving me these powers. I told you I don't want them.
You can drop a level if you want.
He says that's the
And
first
the elk
thing he
disappeared.
does. Summon a fucking horse.
What are the rest of you doing as you watch Bias fiddle his horn and summon a steed?
Yeah, Agnar's just going to watch all that and then whatever was muttered, take note of.
You didn't hear it? I'm far away.
Yeah, he's
I have lip reading, thank you.
I don't have lips.
Oh.
Come on.
we never really got the good conclusions.
I gotta use this dang feat somehow.
No.
And what if I wasn't
Somehow.
facing you? I was facing away.
Roll a perception check.
My passive is 18. Come
Roll a
on.
perception check for us.
You still can't see my face if I'm facing away.
Hey. Perception?
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, Bias. She saw that.
Okay.
You do see her just kind of like walk around.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of looking and...
Agnar just watches. Doesn't say anything.
So I guess we should get going.
Yeah, guess we should.
Okay. Back into the... out there. Can we try maybe a different way? Because I know they reset the traps.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm still not super keen on the snakes.
No, I figure we can avoid the snakes, but probably Baki would know better.
Oh, yes. Bucky, is there a better way than the way we came?
You look at Bucky and he's kind of hands on hips, chest out, chin high, looking out over the mist, kind of staring out. Looks at you, Agenar, and he says, "If we're going back to Beal, the best way is going to be the direct way. I suggest we take it as soon as possible."
He's very confident with his tattoos.
Lead the way, big man.
Looks at you, gives you a curt nod, kind of turns to Grania, leans in, gives her a kiss on the cheek, nods to Chomduk. You look on his face like, oh damn.
Son?
And Bucky starts to stride ahead of you guys. Keep up. I don't want to lose you guys.
Oh, okay.
Come on, you heard the man. Burning daylight, let's go.
Grania, you coming with us?
She looks to Chomduk and then looks back to you guys. Looks to you, Safirith, who suggested she go out on an adventure that one time. And she says, I have a duty to look after my people here. Perhaps I'll see you in there at some point, but I need to make sure people here are safe. My powers and my abilities are best used here. Bias, if I see you again, I'll happily try to teach you.
I just squinted her thinking.
She just kind of looks at you and goes, oh, yeah, no, I got that. Yeah, I agree.
All right, okay, we're getting somewhere.
Okay. She looks across the Homduk and kind of shrugs a little.
Aw.
Well, thank you both for everything.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence. What happened, happened. Move on. Keep this place safe.
Yes, thank you for everything, for your hospitality and for not getting very mad at us when we upset the natural sort of...
There's no point in getting upset. We either sort this out or we argue about it.
Good point.
Take care. Be safe. Look after that one.
And gestures to Bucky.
Don't worry, we will.
What? Maybe slow down a little bit. I don't think we're quite ready to go yet. What? Slow down! People!
Oh, bye. And Agnar's going to start
respect it.
chicken trotting off after Bucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The head nod.
You guys leave the...
I just give a Chief Humdog a little glance as we walk, a lingering glance as I call the elk and climb onto the elk.
You hop onto the elk and follow the gang.
Yeah.
Baki leading the way as you guys catch up. He seems to be standing a little bit taller now, a little bit more confident. He is leading straight back through where originally was the purple mist that surrounded the perimeter is now gone. You make your way back towards the trap that had the stepping stones on it. You do know you can go around this, as the Heian showed you. You maybe can probably remember the stones that you used to traverse in the first place.
Let's just go around.
I'm at the back on milk.
As you go around, Bucky literally just kind of confident, no breaks in his stride, steps and jumps from stone to stone to stone to stone to stone.
okay.
Lands on the other side.
If we copy Bucky, then Pierre, can you jump?
Might as well jump.
You can get on me, elk. I'll go around.
He kind of climbs up on the elk very, very slowly, very, very timidly, very, very low energy, kind of gets on and hugs it, kind of lying on it.
Just like
pressed
two
against
like
it.
twigs wrapped around your torso.
I'm just gonna then walk beside the elk as it's walking. So
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to probably. How tall is your elk?
6 foot.
Yeah, probably 6 foot at the head.
Yeah.
All right, only slightly taller than me. That's fine.
So then I'm sitting on top of it.
I'm going to try fly.
Go try fly. Con save.
Ooh. Yeah, that is a 6.
You kind of take off with a flutter, and your kind of feet kind of graze the top of the water, the mucky water, as you try to kind of stay above it.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm good.
You guys make it across.
As I'm riding, I'll try and, without making a stealth check, but just like run a claw up the leg to get some blood on it.
of the gods. Yeah, you hear a little gasp of pain. You get like thin line of blood running down your claw.
I'm gonna just like think to my elk, go around, and then take a lick of the blood.
You taste the blood and are immediately transported into this dank little cavern that you know very well. This is basically the place where you learned to counteract various different poisons. In front of you, you see an assortment of vials, greens, blues, reds, and in front of you is a potions master who has taught you pretty much how to deal with all these potions. You look down, you notice that you're quite young. This is the first vision where you've been not like your adult self. She points at one of the potions. She says, drink. She's pointing at the red one.
Pick up the blue one.
You pick up the blue one and drink. You know this blue one to be a drug that gets you really high, and you start to feel your head swimming. But this is what you wanted. This is why you picked the blue one. She chastises you and she slaps you across the face.
And it
You don't
feels
feel
good.
anything. You feel good. You still feel that elation, that pure, unadulterated joy that you got the last time you tasted this god's blood. And then you're back. You guys have came back around and you're met up with Baki. And in the back of your mind, you feel a craving. This is the best you've ever felt. You've done it a few times now, and it feels pretty good. And we'll leave it at that. As you guys make
What
your
you
way back to
smiling
Baki.
so wide for?
I'm just enjoying my ride.
I mean, it's a cool trick. We've never seen you do that before. You just puffed it out of thin air.
Yeah. Apparently, I learnt a new trick from those weird silent people. I think it's from the elk that we killed. Some sort of godly influence that came from it. And I just apparently treated it well enough that...
Gave you a bit of its spirit or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It is, isn't it?
You just made a fucking elk
Yeah,
out
and
of
I
air.
just made a fucking spirit elk that I can talk to it in my mind as well. Watch this. And I think go right, and it goes right.
That's really cool.
Can we see the mark on?
I would say it was so thin, right? It's just a single claw. What's your passive perception?
18.
Oh, yeah. I would say you probably are very aware of this being that you have with you. So you probably would be like checking on him constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that because there's probably see a little bit of blood starting to dry. Where was it? By his thigh?
Just like up the shin.
Up the shin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't have seen it happen, but you would have
No.
you
No.
would see that he has have a
And I've seen the behavior before.
unbiased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was fine by the time we got back. That's what he said.
Oh yeah, you're not in your you're
By the time we
Just
got
a little
no.
jovial.
By the time we got back to you guys, yeah, we were talking about my elk. It's fucking cool.
Agnar's just watching all the things.
As you guys head further and further into the foresty kind of area, you come past the pit of vines and snakes.
Ooh.
But they have all been shredded and torn and ripped apart. You figure that this might have been done from the massive elk who rampaged his way into Lahias. You see dead snakes crushed, covering the ground. Their guts spread out. Its own little like snake bloodbath.
Somehow this isn't any better. This is not very nice at all. I didn't want them all dead. Just
Bucket, I have a thought. Could we see where this elk came from? Could we follow this path of destruction and find out where it came from?
You want to trace where the elk that stormed the city came from?
Aye. Because I thought it came from close by and it was ethereal, but no, apparently it came from quite far away. I gotta stop trying to say that fucking word. Really hard to say.
So,
Which one?
Apparently. Oh, there we go. I said it.
So remember we cleared up in not the last session, the session before, the elk wasn't itself ethereal. It was a real elk, but of massive proportions, and the mist was kind of surrounding it and affecting it, but it was a real tangible elk.
Yeah. Can we follow it? Can we go back?
We can try and find exactly where it came from if that's what you want.
Yeah.
We are on the clock here.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yeah, the quicker we let Mayor Adkis know what's happened, the quicker Bocht can be safe.
How's it going to be safe?
I don't know. That's why we let the mayor know, so he can enact whatever safety protocols he has. I'm happy to find this thing. We'll trace where it came from. I just want to remind you.
also we did bring the Pierre man god whatever he is out of the cave so that maybe in the hopes that it reuniting him with whatever he's actually meant to be would maybe protect Bocht as well.
Yes, you seem to have the theory that we reunite him with the silver mist.
Yes, so if
well, why don't you just push him into the mist if that's your theory?
we're in the mist, aren't
No, so if you recall, the silver mists go all the way through Bocht, but as you made your way to Lahias, you escaped the silver mist and came into the purple mist, which then found out was manufactured from Pierrup and was used as a defense for Lahias. It was basically that purple mist made you see like hallucinations, but that has faded now. So you're not in any kind of mist right now, but you are near the border of the mist.
And Bucky's leading you towards the roads that you took to get here. Yeah.
So I can just follow this path. I don't need Bucky.
You are aware that you've taken a road from Beal to get to Lahias. You followed the road, you stepped off the road into the mist when the roads kind of shook. That's the trade-off. You either follow the roads or you jump in the mist. As you left the roads into the forest, you hit the purple mist, right?
Yeah.
So if you think of it as road, silver mist, purple mist, Lahias, right? And you guys you are coming down through where there was purple mist and you're hitting near where the forest and the road is. So you're getting to the point where there will be to your left and right possibly like a layer of silver mist just starting to come through that you could go to. But as far as the tracks where the elk came from, that leads into the silver mist somewhere where this giant elk was kind of living.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the basics of it.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like we should try and get there as fast as possible. They need as much warning.
Yeah, but if there's one of these large elks and there's 5 others and they go off to other things and we can't stop them, maybe they're being poisoned. We could stop it before it gets there.
Or if they're coming for Pierre, then they'll come anyway.
If they're coming for Pierre, yeah, they'll find us.
And then they might do more damage in the larger city than they did in the small village.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it seemed like it's something that's possessing these things. Like it looked like an animal that had something in it. So do we want to try and track down every animal that could have something in it?
Oh, that was not a normal animal. Did you not see the size of that thing?
Yeah, but if it's being fed on magic or something is possessing it.
All right.
I think we should. I think we should follow it. It's the only clue we have right now as to whatever connection this Pierre has with the outside world. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. agree with Bucky that we're on a sharper clock than we think we are.
So we go quickly.
You okay with that, pirate boy?
Sure.
All right. The happiest he's ever been. Let's go. If Bucky can show us.
Bucky looks at you and he says,
Absolutely. I'm here to help you guys and keep you guys safe.
Thank you, Buck.
We follow the elk tracks. We're heading into the mist. I've got 6 bottles of the purple rain that we can toss on our weapons if we have to. They should last most of a day.
We got a whole regenerating bottle right here. And he looks at the god.
I will murder you.
Okay.
I'll help him.
Okay.
I like you, Bias. I don't want to hurt anyone.
I don't think anybody should be murdering anybody. I'm sure we can talk about this. Let's just...
I was kind of joking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't murder
don't think
Bias.
Etterath was joking, so I feel like it needs
I don't
to
know
be
if
said.
Etterath can joke.
Yeah.
I don't joke.
Knock, knock.
Fuck off.
There we
No,
go.
that's fair.
as you kind of said, we've got a never-ending tap of... he kind of lets go of you a little bit. Pierre-Loup lets go of you a little bit, kind of rubs his leg.
Oh, you can understand us. Good to know.
Bucky nods his head, turns.
You were heading due south from Lahias down towards Beal, and Bucky turns left slightly and starts to head southeast in a diagonal direction.
Okay. Is that also kind of in the direction of where you want to go?
You guys know that Lahias in the north, Beal under
You
that,
gotta go way south.
Brigantia in the south.
Oh, okay.
Like way south.
You were pretty much going up to get a tattoo, then heading straight south. You're now heading slightly southeast, and you know that that's kind of the direction where Kuan was, where the ship ship landed. So you're kind of heading between Beal and Kuan and further south.
Cool. All right. We don't have to follow it that far. If it keeps going after like a mile or two, we can just turn back around. It's fine.
Well,
we'll be going-
you guys, as Bucky starts to move, like you guys are pretty close to the mist at this stage. Anywhere you go now outside of this clearing of the traps, you're going into the silvered mist.
All right.
We're going into the mist. We're going to follow these tracks here. He's going to actually roll survival.
Hey, Bucky.
13 plus.
Yeah, give me a fucking second, man. yeah, Safirith.
Do you mind if I grab one of those purple potions just in case we get separated or something, and then another one of us has one on them?
Of course, these are very rare resources now.
He hands you one of the bottles of purple gins.
Cool.
That's a dirty 20 for Bucky's survival.
Hey.
And you watch as he kind of looks down at the ground and kind of picks through the leaves and finds snapped twigs and sniffs them. And he actually goes up to your spectral kind of steed and kind of holds them towards the hoof and kind of nods a little bit, judging it to be a little bit bigger, and goes,
This is the way. We're going to be heading into the mist. I don't know for how long, but let's do this. Keep aware.
okay. And he heads off and you kind of lose him. Bias, you get flashbacks to Nim walking away into the mist as Bucky steps forward.
It's
into the
always
mist.
exciting. And I step forward into the mist.
Do you guys follow?
I'll follow after the elk.
Once again, you find yourselves covered in this thick, silvered mist. You realize that it's everywhere. It nearly weighs you down. It's that thick. Immediately, you see Bucky just like a foot in front of you. You can hardly see past him. It's that thick. You see Bucky tighten. His tattoos start to glow a faint purple.
What's up, big man?
And he looks a little bit distressed.
I don't know if we're alone here in the mist.
You can feel something?
I can feel something.
I was going to say, I'm guessing it's too thick and misty to
It's thick, double C.
make any kind of perception check or anything.
You can absolutely make a perception check. Yeah, with a big fat disadvantage.
That is probably like a 6. 3 plus. I got such good perception as well. 8.
Yeah, you look past Bucky trying to see if you can maybe see a couple of feet past him. Nothing more. Like this is...
Can I do a perception check with the listen and a sniff?
You want to listen and a sniff? Yeah.
Listen and a sniff?
I'm just going to pull my staff off of where it's like strapped to my bag on my back and just like hold it out in front of me.
15.
15, yeah. You use your kind of more bestial senses and you get whiffs of what you would expect in like a natural habitat. You can hear animals moving, hear the rustle of leaves as under their feet as they move. You can smell the flowers and trees. You don't smell anything unusual, But you do know that you are in a normal kind of like woodland habitat, despite the fact that you can't see it.
It went this way.
And he continues to lead you on. He seems quite steadfast in his mission now that you've given him one.
Bucky, do you need to be in front, or should one of us be in front for protection?
I need to be in front to show the way, but I guess if one of you want to come up here with me, I won't say no.
All right, I'll ride my elk up, be shoulder to shoulder.
I'm gonna take Pierrup off your elk and have him walk beside.
You gotta pick him up.
I'm gonna help. Well, I'm gonna help him down.
It's like a baby.
One
That's what I imagine.
Is he okay to walk?
I'll help him.
Oh, okay.
He's a little bit unsteady on his feet, but he kind of trods along beside you, Etterath. He's got like a little bit of an arm semi kind of holding like that, kind of like holding your shoulder. But after a little while, he gets his feet under him and he continues to walk, but he's very much like Bucky. He's very aware of the mist and he's very much like trying to look through it. His eyes are shifting back and forth.
As you guys begin following Bucky, you notice a stark difference between this and the last time you guys traveled in the mist with him. Whereas before he was being led by his pinky finger and was kind of like stopping and starting and turning. Now it seems like he's walking in this maze that you don't even see. He takes like very decisive left turns and then right turns, and you guys have to really huddle together to keep up with him. He's moving that fast. He clearly has a new omniscient kind of sense of these new roads that you guys are on. You can kind of feel the little kind of rumble under your feet as you assume the roads are actually moving as you walk, ever changing. You're not walking too long before you come across what appears to be a new clearing, just judging by what you can see from your feet. It's not as cobblestone anymore. It's more kind of like a grass area. And Bucky stops you, and then he says,
"Can you hear that?"
Slowly approaching you are two what look to be calves that look very similar to the elk that Bias killed. Very small, probably 3 foot high, not that old. Baby calves. Their antlers not came in yet.
Are they acting aggressive at
They
all,
seem scared. They kind of approach you, kind of curious, but very slowly. And then as they come, they kind of back up a little bit as if they can't really see much in the mist either. You get a sense that they're working on pure like instinct. You haven't really seen any animals before in the mist. You haven't seen anything. But as Etterath sensed, there is wildlife as if there would be without the mist. You just obviously can't see it. And you figure that maybe these are the two calves that maybe this elk left behind.
Bucky, can I just move forward just a touch without getting lost?
Absolutely.
All right.
He takes 2 steps to the right.
And I just think my steed forward. And I go say hi to your friends.
The steed starts to go closer to the calves, cautiously at your request, as not to spook them. They seem a little uncertain and they back up a little bit, but you edge again a little bit closer, a little bit slower, and they start to kind of come closer to the hooves of the steed. And then they get excited and they start hopping up and down and running around the elk and nuzzling up to it.
Does it look like they're still... Can I make a nature check or something to
Sure.
see how old they are? See if they still need a mother or anything?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's the fucking monster now?
We didn't know. We didn't know it had baby.
17.
Chief Humduk, friggin' asteroid.
You look at these calves, they are bigger, the bigger end of a calf now. You see that they probably will be coming into adulthood probably within a month or two.
Do they look the same size as the one we killed, or are they the same size as my one?
They don't look gargantuan. They don't look like massive. Like the elk that you saw was unnaturally big, right? These like seem like normal elk.
I think you might have been right. You got some spirit or something of that other elk spirit, because
That thing was fucked up. Another plaything of the gods. I'm happy. We can leave here if anyone else wants to do anything. We can go back.
You're happy? You don't think there'll be a mate of the creature we need to look out for?
No.
Single mother?
The men tend not to stick around.
Oh, is that
I don't know. Can I make a nature check?
Yeah.
Oh, he was gonna. Bucky looks at you and he says,
Did
Solid 8.
your dad stick around?
Bucky, I didn't know my dad.
That's a no.
That is a no.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't hold it against him.
With an 8, you are kind of guessing. You think this might be true, but you can't be certain. But if you say anything with enough confidence, you figure people will believe you.
So you think it was just a one-off?
I think it's a game of the gods. We got nothing to do right now. Not until I become one of them. Then I can tell them no.
as you say, not until I become one of them. Pierre kind of hides himself, puts Etterath between you and he ever so slightly.
And if I notice that, I will say out loud. So, anyone else notice how he can now understand what we're saying?
I thought he could before, couldn't he? Just a little, but not speak.
Man couldn't tell his mouth from his anus when we got him out of the wall.
Beat me to it. Everyone's on the same joke, but I'm ready for it tonight. I'm like,
Just because something can't speak properly doesn't mean it can't understand.
You just woke up from a centuries-long nap. I don't think you'd be too keen on language either.
I think I'd be pretty rested though, wouldn't I?
He did seem to understand Celestial quite well, is what
Yeah.
Bias is referring to.
Mm-hmm.
Pierre Roop. Sorry, if your full name is preferred, I'll use that. Do you feel anything in the mist?
Scared.
Scared. Okay, well,
Do you know where this is from?
why are you scared of the mist?
Sylvanus.
Yes, yes. Oh, you said that, Bias. So,
I don't have my notes. You'll have to update me.
You think it's from Sylvanus?
Silver Mist.
Silver
Yes.
Mist.
Are you friends with Sylvanus or not?
Friend? Looks at you, Etterath. Friend.
I'm a friend.
And he didn't like Belinus either.
Looks up in the sky. It's probably kind of clouded over with mist and tree canopies and stuff
yeah,
like
you
that.
can't really see much.
He kind of looks up, as you say, Balinus, and kind of nods to himself. Good.
Good? Belinus is good or not?
You're worried
good?
he can see you.
Gesture with his hands. Big circular gesture with his hands.
Ah, the big fuck-off eyeball in the sky.
How does the Morrigan sound to you in Celestial? Hungry?
Food.
Oh, I've got some. I'm gonna grab out some rations.
This whole time, Bucky's kind of
Give
pacing
them to
the entire clearing non-stop.
Yerup.
I'll leave my elk playing with the 2 younger elks.
You gonna have a pack now?
Posse.
I believe it's called a herd.
We ride at dawn.
Sorry, I'm not up to groove.
I'm not up to grooving right now.
I'm not up to date on my animal groupings.
What did you give him?
Some rations.
Kind of looking at them like he's never seen rations before and kind of figuring out how to
You
open them.
eat them.
You know more
Yeah,
about
so
this. What do gods eat?
buries his face in them. And
Well, if he didn't eat that, I was going to give him some of my flesh to see what would happen with that, but I guess that will work.
Thank you.
Did he not react to the name Morrigan like he reacted to the other 2 god names?
Make an inside check.
At 20.
Is it?
Yeah. Hence why the fuck you.
So what you got from him was that he
22.
can now hear he can hear you, he can understand you, but he's still having trouble communicating. When you said the Morrigan, there may have been like a slight flash of fear, but he was already onto something. His mind was onto something else.
Okay.
It's like talking to a child who's engaged with you and then they start to drift off and they're like, aha, yeah, okay. What's that? You're
Okay.
like, yeah, but your mother just died. Yeah, no, what's that? Is that Game Boy?
Yeah.
Can I play with the Game Boy? So you may have gotten like a flash of fear and recognition from Morrigan.
Saying that was probably when the rations were waved in his face, as you said, Morrigan. So it was kind of like, oh.
Shall we keep walking?
Well, it doesn't look like there's any special something happening here, so.
I mean, we can keep an eye out for things as we go, and I'm sure we'll run into one thing or another.
Can I just do an investigation check, sort of what I can see if there's any kind of like magic runes or symbols or poisoned streams or anything?
If you're looking for magic runes, that'll be like Arcana. If you're looking for poison, then yes.
Just like anything in the clearing to suggest that there's foul play.
You spend a bit of time in the clearing, yeah?
Well, we just had this whole conversation, and yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to spend like another 5 or 10 minutes in there, I'll say, yeah, roll just a straight investigation. Yeah.
Are we okay if I spend another 5 minutes just looking?
Go for it.
Sure.
Oh, that's a nat one. Fuck me.
Yeah, you look down at the ground and you find what appears to be some sort of dirt or
I
rock
taste
or
it.
something. Or you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you eat elk shit.
Cool. Tastes better than the breakfast I got from the chef. Which is fair because he gave me garbage.
Gave you rotten food.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought the meal in the village was quite nice.
Oh, I don't think he got the same meal we got. I think he got a chef special. All right, let's keep walking.
Don't look at me like that.
Agnar's just going to look at Etterath.
Are we heading? You want to continue down this path, or you want to head back to the road?
What's this quick guy?
Leader's choice. The guy who can lead us through the mist, I think, gets to choose.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever's fastest.
New sense of confidence from you, man. It's like you hit puberty hard.
Made puberty my bitch.
Yeah.
Well,
You went through the
Fuck
awkward
you.
teen years.
we can.
Quite different.
What? Puberty doesn't just happen in like 2 hours and you're done.
Not for
If
my
or
species,
no.
but
No.
congrats, dude.
Oh, thank you.
I was
imagine
quite
the
awkward.
A lot of crusty socks. We I haven't got a wheeze laugh out of Herc in a while. Bucky kind of looks to you and he says, well, I mean, we could head directly to Beal from here. It's not, I've never traversed that path before. It'd be quite treacherous. It'd be the quickest. Or we can head straight to the west out to the road and make our way down. That'd be the safest, smartest option.
Well, you know me. Let's do the quick one. The
Yeah.
first one.
Why not?
We don't make good choices.
Hey, best thing you ever said.
Well, you chose
Fuck you.
You chose me, and that's a good choice.
Kind of puffs his chest out, steps forward, and he looks back and he says,
Just because I'm all like confident now doesn't mean I don't want to hold your hand by us.
and holds his hand out to you.
I'll walk up. I'll hold it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And as we walk away, I'll just think to my elk to like stay there and look after them.
okay. Yeah.
Oh, like stay in the mist with the.
Yeah.
Okay, it kind of like gives you like a longing look, but then like an obedient kind of nod. And he trots away, and the little elk calves playing around his feet kind of like run after him, kind of knocking into each other, like playfully, like nipping at your elk's
I'll
heels.
be real sad when that steed
here's the
disappears
thing.
after a long rest.
I'm pulling on a Bria Irongar. What you don't see is at the end of when your spell disappears and these creatures are playing with your elk, as it disappears and the two baby elk kind of looking around in the mist. Camera kind of zooms out. They're alone. Mist seeping through. You hear a whoo of an owl or something. Zoom out again. Just these two baby elk kind of curling up next to each other for the night.
Oh my god.
Well, it doesn't disappear until
No, that's what I said you don't see when the spell finally
no, but
deactivates.
it doesn't.
Technically, it doesn't disappear until it hits 0 points, or
Yeah.
you cause
Or you
it to
recast
disappear.
it. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. That's what you don't see when you
Okay.
finally recast.
When you inevitably
Or you die.
One day,
if you die at some
eventually.
point, it's just like
Yeah. It was a dramatic fucking thing. Come on.
Don't worry,
Oh.
that's an image that may or may not occur sometime.
Yeah. Unless you never cast it again.
Yeah, we'll see.
I guess also if you unprepare that spell, that would also.
Yeah.
yeah.
100%. You guys head off into the mist further. At this point, you have no idea in what direction you're heading. You are brushing past brambles. There are vines around your feet that you're kind of having to stumble over, make your way, stepping over. And Bucky has slowed the pace to the point where it is a slog getting through here. But you are moving in a direct kind of direction. A direct direction. You can kind of hear every now and then the rumble of the roads far off to your right-hand side, switching and changing and moving. You hear the chirp of birds kind of swooping past. Maybe they're bats. And after a little while, Bucky kind of looks at you all and he says,
I don't think we're going to need to rest, but if we do, if it starts to get dark, we should probably bed down. I've not traversed this path before. I'm confident I can get us there. This is the quickest way. We should be there soon, but I want to prepare you for every eventuality. Do we have what we need to stay in a small clearing of sorts?
I think so.
Okay.
I've got.
We fucking better be.
Don't have a choice. Or we move through the darkness. But
I don't know. I think I'm happy to keep going, but want to make sure that everyone's okay, and our mysterious friend probably needs as much rest as he can get.
Kind of stumbling along, kind of stepping over vines and stuff like that, kind of still using Etterath as some sort of walking stick. Not to the point of hanging off you, but he is very much getting his feet under him and getting a little bit more... he looks very much like a babe in the woods. Like, he's not too stressed out. He's kind of a little bit amazed by things. He's kind of looking around, blinking, clearing his eyes as you head through the mist.
But I figure go as long as we can.
You continue onwards for the next little while. I'll hand it over to you guys as you walk. Branches sweeping past you, having to step over fallen logs, fallen trees. This silver mist keeping you just on your toes enough that you, every now and then there's a movement in the trees that you kind of whip around and look at. It is not the easy stroll down the road that you guys had.
I will
previously.
say as well, Bias, at one stage you trip and fall on like a branch that was stuck in, but you're pretty sure on your feet from your years of training. You could have sworn that that branch was burrowed thicker in the ground before, yet you still ended up tripping up over it, even though you noticed it, which you find to be strange.
He just looks and says, what did I fucking do? Oh, God, what did I do to you, Sylvanus? I thought I'd look after anyway. Gets up, dusts himself off, grabs Bucky's hand again.
As we walk, I'm gonna walk up next to Etterath and just walk next to him quietly. Hey, I'm sorry. I freaked out back there, and I was upset, but I can understand why you did what you did. Or at least I think I might, but...
None of us were really showing our best colors back there.
No, but I think we might all have a lot of shit on our backs that makes us make the choices we make. But I just... Where I grew up, where I'm from, I had a friend, and she was tortured for years under the city in, essentially like a testing unit. I don't know what you'd call it, but anyway, they caught her and she was half orc, so she was different from our population, and because of that, they were testing for any kind of weakness, anything, anyone who was different, they would capture and they would subject them to spells, poisons, like you name it. But that's the level. And that's not even the worst. That's not even the surface of the worst things they're doing. They are looking for any weakness anywhere. And the second they find one, they're ready. So I just want us to be prepared, and I want these people to have a fighting fucking chance. But he didn't deserve to be trapped in there.
I feel like they're stupid for trying to see the difference in other people as a weakness. I had a friend once too. Came from one of those uptight, rich folk cities. Turns out she was a lycanthropic tiger, actually. She was stronger than just about anyone there. They sent her off because they were scared.
Yeah. I think people are scared, or what scares me is that our darling queen doesn't see differences as something bad. She just sees them as something to be exploited.
She sees them as something that she's afraid of, probably.
Maybe. I don't know.
People use fear to keep themselves safe, to keep others under their thumb.
Yeah.
Fear's not a strength. It's a weakness. It's a crack in the armor. A hole in the wall.
Guess I've got lots of cracks in my armor then. I'll just pat him on the back and keep walking forward.
Can I get one of you to roll a d6 for me?
All of us?
Just one person.
Oh,
do it.
okay.
5.
Baki, as he's leading, takes a sharp right and then stops. And he shakes his head and then turns and goes left. You guys quickly follow him.
Ooh.
Bucky, what do you feel? Do you feel different?
I do. I
Feel invigorated.
There's that.
Talk to me. What do you feel? Because you got
Disappointed.
this thing about you.
Disappointed.
And who?
All of us. And Vasily and balked in general.
Yeah, why?
I mean, everything. I've grown up here. Everything, our defenses, the things that make us who we are, things that make me who I wanted to be, a bailman, all come from, looks at Pierup, this poor guy's life force. And he's looking down at his tattoos. Now it's in me.
Do you think that might be why you feel like you're different? Because maybe you got some of him in you?
I feel different, not because I've got him in me. I don't mind having him in me. I feel bad for the circumstances in which he is now in me. And I feel bad for everything you guys went through down that hole.
Why do you feel bad? Here's the thing, dude. You can't take everyone's troubles, mistakes on your shoulders just because you were in the vicinity.
Yeah, but perhaps you could learn to take some people's problems on your shoulder. Maybe there's a happy medium.
Why do you think I don't?
And are you happy?
Relatively. When I'm being left alone.
Right.
When I haven't got other people's problems to deal with, but...
Do you think maybe I should shirk all responsibilities and perhaps go out on my own?
Sure. That makes you happy.
I don't know.
Who do you work for? Who do you, in the end of the day, when you go to bed, who do you work for?
Whoever needs me. If someone needs me, I'm there to help.
Well, that's a sad way to live, my friend.
The bellmen lead the way.
And you're the last one.
I'm the last one.
So who's going to lead the way after you?
Goes quiet. Lets go of your hand. Keeps walking. You guys are walking for another, what feels like 15 to 20 to 30 minutes through this slug of a jungle. Can I get real quick con saves from each of you?
Yes!
Okay, sounds not too bad for Laius.
10.
10? Okay, 10's good.
8.
Dirty 20.
22.
22. Okay. With an 8, Agenar, you start to feel the stress of navigating this territory, of trying to keep up with Bucky as he strides forward and everyone else, trying to move between fluttering your wings, bumping into trees. You start to move at a slower and slower pace. And after a while, after walking for these hours to get back to Beal, you start to feel this intense wave of lethargy come over you as you gain 1 point of exhaustion. You feel your perception and your abilities start to wane a little bit as you try your best to focus on just getting through this damn fucking misty forest. And the entire time you can't help but think, there's something out there, there's something out there, there's something out there, there's something out there. You continue on walking. You guys notice that Agenar is kind of ruffling her feathers, kind of bobbing her head around, a little bit paranoid and freaked out. Bucky looks back and says, "Come on, there's not much longer to go. We're almost there."
Oh, okay. I'm just okay. I can keep. Yes,
Are you
it's all
okay?
right. I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine.
She doesn't look right to me. You
Yeah.
okay? Your eyes look wide and
No, it's okay. I just
Your
I
feathers
don't
are all
like-
standing up. I haven't seen them like that before.
Yeah, like the back of Agnar's neck.
I didn't
is
know
all, like,
chickens had heckles.
all creatures do. All vertebrates.
Humans as well. Bucky kind of takes your hand and feels your... What does your hand feel like right now?
Probably very cold.
Okay. Kind of looks at you. He's going to make a real quick medicine check on the spot. Okay, cool. Yeah. He does a very quick medicine check of you. He checks your pulse. He kind of looks into your eyes. He gets you to squeeze both fingers at the same time. And he kind of looks at you both, looks at the rest of you and says, "Keep up." And he, with little to no effort, scoops you up into his arms and starts to trot through the forest at slightly more than a fast walk, like almost a jog. And he's moving through and he says, "Keep up."
Whoa,
We need to get her.
Bucky, what's going on?
She's not well.
We
need
can
to get her
heal.
some-
I can heal.
You can't heal exhaustion.
I'm just a bit well, seeing as you're carrying me, maybe I could just...
He turns to you and he says,
Heal her now.
I do 5 points of lay on hands to see what that does. Because I can do that to do cure disease or neutralize poison. Damn it, no exhaustion.
you pump your 5 points of lay on hands on her. How does it look again?
I just go up to her and I'm like, what's going on with you? And just like staring at her. I'm like, what's going on with you? And I'm just like saying words like, you're okay. You're surrounded by friends. What's going on?
I'm fine.
And through the magic of the words, it like gets into you.
As Pierre listens to that and hears this lay on hands come in through voice, kind of looks at you with a mixture between concern and awe, as this lay on hands must come from someone, some deity. He's kind of looking at you.
What? Can you heal her?
Hides behind Etterath.
I don't know.
I look at her. I was like, all right, Bucky, let's go. But as we go, I'm like, that one is fucking trouble. You're going to root her the day we let him free. And we go.
Trot through the forest.
I get Pierre up on my
chicken
back.
brain.
Oh, yeah, nice. Okay. So Pierre hops up on your back, kind of hands on your arms kind of draped around you as you kind of trot along behind Bucky. You're jogging for only 4 or 5 minutes when Bucky kind of lets out a I did it. I got you guys here. And you step past Bucky, and as the mist kind of parts, you look upon the town of Beal. It's odd coming back to Beal after everything you've had. It seems like nothing has changed. The people are still going about their business. You've seen that same gruff potion salesman off to the side. You can see the Balls Academy in the distance. And Bucky looks at the 3 of you and says,
We got to get to Adkis immediately. He'll know what to do with her.
I'm fine. I'm just a little bit tired.
You make your way back through the town, back towards the mayor's office, and you see the same group of picketers outside the office that you remember from a couple of days before. This time they look like they've lost a bit of their fervor, where a few days ago they were chanting and wild and frantic. Now you notice a lot of them have like camping chairs. There's a few of them like reading books. They're all just holding up their signs. They've been here a long time, you can gather, and they've lost a bit of that fervor. But Bucky leads you through the crowd.
Are all of their signs accurate?
Do you want to have a look?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Like we did this last
Oh,
time.
not one.
That one. You start shaking your head in disbelief that the signs are still this bad because you can't make out a single word. It's like illegible.
You turn to talk to like Etterath and be like, look at these fucking signs. And you turn back and whack, your face hits one of them.
Oh.
Fuck it. 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
I look at her. Do you want me to fix it for you?
No, it's fine. Don't
I
look
go
at me.
up, I put my hand on Saphir's shoulder and I pump for lay on hands.
I love this lay on hands dick measuring contest.
No, I was going to smack him in the face with a sign to get back for you, but okay.
No, I'm fine.
And then I just go,
Oh, it's good to be back in town.
Bucky rushes you through the crowd and up the stairs into the mayor's building.
There's 2 guards either side of the
who
door.
are definitely there. 100%. They are there. They're present. They see Bucky coming and nod him in, and they follow. You go into the atrium and come to the office door, and you hear laughing. You hear 2 people laughing. You recognize one as Adkis. The door is closed.
It's hilarious.
God, that was his voice.
Bucky gestures to the door. He's holding Agenar.
I knock on the door.
You hear Adkis say,
Yeah, come in.
Put me down.
I
Funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I open the door.
Open the door, and what you see before you is 2 figures. One, Mayor Adkis, as jovial as ever, and 2, beside him, a lithe elf with a huge grin on his face. And he sees you and grins and gives you a giant wave. It's your friend Nim. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Theater of the Mind Flare.
You're still here? Thanks for listening to Theater of the Mind Flayer. We go live on every podcast app every Tuesday. Follow us on Twitter at MindFlayer_pod and on Instagram at Theater of the Mind Flayer with an RE, you filthy Americans. If you like what you heard, leave us a review. Or, whatever. Just do what you want. I'm not your dad.